I gotta tell you, I love food. Now that's exactly why when I hear that music that it makes me feel like I am at Bojangles. Bojangles is great because it deals with chicken, and I love chicken. That's one of my favorite foods. But a lot of people always talk about why they like food and how important food is to them. Well, food is so important to me because I grew up with my whole family dealing with food. My family was at food places all the time. You would have thought their middle name was Buffet. And it was great because I know typically around Christmas time, most of the kids and families would always get sweaters. My family's got insulin shots. And I tell you what, I grew up with my dad taking me to his workplace, which he worked with food. He enjoyed working with snack bar areas. And I would always come in to help him out during the part-time times of my high school career. And he would have these big, like little, I love how it's big little, but he would have these mustard containers and ketchup containers. And then I would go to the freezer and I would get out this big, huge bucket of mustard. And I purposely would wait until he wasn't looking. And I would take the mustard, I would set it down like so. And I would take this big, huge container and I would just dump it down. And there'd be mustard everywhere. And it's like yellow, going crazy. I loved it. That was one of my experiences with food. And then he also volunteered with the Federation of the Blind. And I was very happy about that, so I one day helped them with one of their fundraisers. We had a barbecue fundraiser plate, and the barbecue was like an assembly line that I was standing, and my job was to do the dessert. So the barbecue would whisk right in front of me, and I would smell all the barbecue up through my nostrils, and I just wanted to eat some food. And so then when I would take the dessert, and I would place it down like so. And that's one of the great things about the Federation of the Blind. I was able to help and give back. So I waited until no one was looking, and then I would take a bite of the brownie, and it was great. And I didn't tell anyone, and I closed the lid back down and sent them on their way, and I was happy. And it made me feel good. And one of the other great things about food, some of the interesting experiences that I've had with food, is that, well, I guess I should tell you what my favorite foods are first. Anything that you can dip blue cheese dressing in, I like. I also like chicken, steak, pizza, delicious. I like grilling out, that's kind of fun, although I'm always almost about to blow up the whole house. But I also like anything like at the fair that you can fry. Even though this isn't a frying pan, but I like it. I just want to put a Twinkie in here, an Oreo in here, I want to put crepes in here, and a lawn chair in here. I love it. I just got to have some more. I love fried foods, and it's delicious. And speaking of foods, we actually have our food pyramid, which typically people call the food pyramid. And today we're going to start off at the top, we have fats. Speaking of which, here he is, okay, and he's out of here. All right, we have milk, yogurt, and cheese group. Moo! And then we have our meat, poultry, fish, dry beans, because wet ones are bad. Wet ones are real bad. I usually get wet ones from the beans. And I tell you what, we also have our vegetable group. Come on in here. She managed to take her name tag off, so she's horrible at rehearsal. It's Sharon R. Carrot. Off she goes. Our fruit group. I can do wonders with bananas. And then we have our bread, cereal, rice, pasta group. However, that's our traditional food pyramid. Because if we can get a wide shot of this and this lovely face, hey, how are you? I'd love it. Great. Should I tap dance? That's the food pyramid, but it's not the Timmy D's Food Octagon. We start off with our cake group. I gotta have some cake. Look at this cake, is delicious. I love it. And then we have the cookie group. I love some cookies. It's great. And then we have the donut group. I love some donut. And then we have, finally, the Teddy Ruxpin group. Delicious. I guess